Operation Overlord, the most successful invasion of World War II, otherwise known as D-Day, went from the beaches of Normandy to Paris, forcing the German armies to retreat, and it was a key factor in the downfall of the Nazis.
There was a major preparation for D-Day, though. It is known as Bodyguard.
Not the person, not the gun, but a special operation called Operation Bodyguard. This entailed using false information in an attempt to trick the enemies.
There were many sub-operations in Operation Bodyguard, and some more creative deceptions were employed.
It ranged from dressing an actor to look like a British general to dropping dummies on the German forces. This is the deception of D-Day.
It started off with Allied codebreakers deciphering Germany's secret communications and feeding them false information. Britain had control over many different double agents that weeded into Germany as Nazi spies. One of the vital forces behind Bodyguard was the London Control Station, which provided the Allied forces with access to their double agents through their double-cross system.
Operation Bodyguard started on July 14th, 1943. A Spanish spy, Juan Pujol Garcia, who acted as a double agent for the British, fed the Nazis false information to add to the chaos.
The following are some notable examples of sub-operations within Bodyguard that worked to confuse and disorient the enemies.
Operation Fortitude was split up into two groups, Fortitude North and Fortitude South. Fortitude North composed of 6 fake Allied military units, supposedly headquartered in Edinburgh Castle, which threatened to invade Norway. This mainly used fake radio traffic, sending football scores and wedding announcements to the fictional units. This was extremely effective, as Hitler stationed 13 different army units to start to defend Norway. Fortitude South was to hide the true target of D-Day. The fictional 1st U.S. Army Group was supposedly stationed in southeastern England to make German forces prepare for an invasion on Pas-de-Calais. Germany thought this was a large division getting ready to invade, but in reality it was only the 1,100-man 23rd Headquarters Special Forces, called Ghost Army. Their job was to, be a ghost army in different places around the war. They used fake inflatable tanks, fake aircraft, and fake artillery, with only a few real stationed closer to the front line to fake out German forces. Also, they dressed up as sergeant, staff, generals, and officers with infantry truck, looking full with only 2 people sitting next to the back windows to make them look full, in known places rich with the German spies. They also played fake radio transmissions, used chaff, which is an airborne thin aluminum strip that was meant to send back false radar readings to German radars.
Operation Ironside was a mostly ineffective deception that the Allied powers attempted. After intercepting radio of how Germany feared they would invade the Bay of Biscay near Bordeaux, they sent false information confirming that fact. The British used some double agents to send the word that the UK would send a division to France, and after they established a beachhead, 6 divisions from the US would come to reinforce and help take Bordeaux 10 days after D-Day. This was ineffective because the distance was too great away and implausible that it would actually happen, but it did cause the Axis units stationed at Bordeaux to be more alert and disoriented.
Operation Copperhead was one of the more interesting operations. The Allies got the actor M.E. Clifton James to pose as the well-known British battle commander Bernard Montgomery. The idea was that if Montgomery was away from England, then the Nazis would believe there wasn't an imminent invasion. Clifton James was on Montgomery's staff team to learn what he was like. and also had to give up smoking and drinking while posing as Montgomery. Hints were laid out for a plan 303 to invade southern France. Clifton James was then flown out to Algiers to make public appearances with General Maitland Wilson, and then later to Cairo. This majorly confused the Nazis, as they did not know the true location of the forces. This was labeled as a success, but Nazis began to catch on a bit too late.
Operation Bodyguard is regarded as a tactical success, as the German armies were extremely delayed. This allowed for the Allied forces to put together a strong force and ultimately go on to defeat the Nazis.